Hey everyone, welcome to the Entrepreneur Motivation Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Bello. Today we've got Ousmane or Ous on the show. Welcome.
So, thank you for having me, brother. Yeah,
Dude.
like he said, I'm Ousmane, whatever you want to call me.
Yeah, great to have you on the show. And for those listening,
Thank
this is
you.
kind of cool because Ous said he's been listening to my show for like 2 years or something. And we connected on
I'm an OG.
Instagram. You're an OG listener. We exchanged some messages and I was surprised. I was like, you're listening to me? Like you got a big YouTube channel, big Instagram following. And so I was kind of like, wow, we all really can impact someone positively without even knowing it, right? I mean, we all got, even one person, if one person follows you and gets something from your message, like you can make an impact. So thank you for following along, man. And I just watched a bunch of your content too. And so let's dive into your story. We were just talking before I hit record. 21 years old, you're a content creator, you're living out in California, and you've got 2 boards to the left and right of you of your content schedule and stuff. So yeah, man, introduce yourself however you want. Like, what do you tell people whenever they're like, what do you do?
Okay. Yeah, I say I'm a YouTuber. I try to be as humble as possible because I really don't think that I'm as big as people think that I am. It's like, 500,000 followers, but it's YouTube, you know? So I feel like you can get as big as this and it's going to be so natural for you as well. But we kind of do... Yeah, no problem. We kind of do K-pop reaction videos, Korean pop, reviews. It's mostly comedy and, insightful. It's really, all of y'all should watch it. And like my name is, our YouTube channel is Fo Squad, F-O Squad. My partner's name is Falu. That's where the F comes from. And my name is Ousmane. That's where the O comes from.
Awesome.
Really simple, man. I guess. Yeah.
Awesome. And your partner, is that like a friend of yours from a while back?
It's my brother.
That's your brother? No way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my brother.
That's cool.
We live together. He's literally chilling.
Do y'all have any other siblings?
Yeah, I have another brother. His name's Omar. He also has a YouTube channel, but it's mostly on anime.
Okay,
yeah, so
cool.
we really into Asian culture, as you can see.
That's cool. And if you don't mind me asking, how did that happen or when did that start? When did you watch Dragon Ball Z back in the day and Naruto?
Of course. What is he? This man, of course I do. Everybody watched it. Dragon Ball is like the OG. That's like saying, do you know Warren Buffett as a financial advisor?
That's true.
Everybody knows. But I started my YouTube career. Well, I always loved anime my whole life. And I started YouTube as normal vlogs and pranks, typical, right?
Yeah.
And then, it was like trying to hop on a trend. So every time I would check the trending page on YouTube and I would react to stuff. And then one day we reacted to a BTS content and it was amazing. We loved it. And then we posted it and all of a sudden everybody loves it. Exactly. It was it's a good match. So we kept on going and then we ended up creating a whole YouTube channel, another YouTube channel. That's where the second one comes from. Yeah. And then that one took off and now here we are today.
That's awesome. And I actually pulled in, no, this is cool. I'm here talking to you. So I pulled up your 3 channels and for those listening, I'll link it all up, but you've got FO Squad or Fo Squad, you've got K-Pop University, and you've got, right?
Yeah, that's the 3. Yeah, like the Fo Squad, K-Pop, K-Pop University, and then the vlog channel, Fo Squad.
Awesome. And that's the Fo Squad K-Pop is the one that has 529,000 subscribers. So I think when you reached out initially, you didn't have as many. I was like, you still got a lot, but it's crazy. I'm sure you've been seeing the growth recently, right? It just snowballs and compounds and you're just growing at lightning speed now.
Yeah, I don't even know how much we were at. Hello, cat. Garfield. I don't even know how much we were at. Yeah, I'm not sure how much we were at when I reached out to you. All I do know is that Chris did not have a YouTube channel back in the days.
You're right, man. I'm catching up.
Person.
I got 300.
So now he's really in the field.
Baby.
It's crazy. Let's go.
Let's add some zeros behind there. Yeah, so
you need to, bro.
That's crazy though. So, you said you were there once too, right? We were all there. And now my podcast is actually getting those numbers where I'm like, oh, I've got this many followers or downloads and I feel more proud to say it. But I still feel like I'm nothing, we always compare, right? Because you're you feel like you don't have that many, but I'm like, dude, 535,000 subscribers is a lot. But then there's people that have a billion or, 100 million. And if you compare yourself to them, it's going to seem like 500K is small. But compared to my
maybe that's why. Maybe.
I'm
maybe. But everybody starts somewhere, bro. As long as the content is good, it's going to grow
That's so true.
It's just good content. Yeah, it's rocket science. As long as it's good drugs, you're gonna sell it, bro.
That's so true, man. It's so true. But it's so cool to be connecting here because, like, you're a content creator and you've got not the secret, but I mean, you said if you create good content, whatever you just said right there, if you create good content consistently, it's gonna grow. Good drugs are gonna sell, right? And so,
I mean, the truth, right?
You kind of found that thing, and so that was what you kind of jumped upon was starting to do new videos and reviewing new videos, right? Do you think you caught some of the growth from that video being new in general? When like people search it, yours comes up at the top?
Yeah, I mean, the thing with the reaction videos is like the faster you post it, the more views and likes you get. The more views and likes you get, the more recommended it will be. Everybody's going to see it. But in our case, we started off very late and we didn't even know about that equation. So sometimes we would react to things about like things that posted like 2 years ago and we would still have the most views. Wow. And the only reason is because the content. The only reason is because the thumbnail. The only reason is because it's good drugs and people are sharing it to everybody. And now we have a big merchant. I don't know. I'm doing these analogies, but yeah, like, you know, we just do it. We just stay consistent and we just keep being ourselves. That's the key. And then if you just keep doing that, you know, the results are just going to show immediately, almost immediately, at least. Cause I think we've been doing this for about 2 years, you know, and our first channel, it took a while to even get 1,000 subs, and now we average about 30,000 subs every month. So
that's amazing, man.
It's just, you just got to stay consistent, you know, post every day, at least twice a week, anything like that, and just be yourself because nobody can be you better than you, you know?
I love that.
That makes you different.
No, and it's hard to be someone you're not because if you're someone else on the screen than in person, you can't do it. It's like managing a lie, right? You're going to you got to be who you are.
You're going to eventually show your true colors.
Exactly. And people appreciate that. Because, I mean, even for me in real estate, I feel like right now, when my clients meet me and stuff, they're like, dude, you just sound like you do on your podcast or your videos. If you watch my stories, my videos, my podcast.
I was going to say that.
It is who it is. You know, I'm not making stuff up like, hey, this is the Chris Bello show. It's just like.
It's just natural. Guys, I listen to this man a lot, bro. He really sounds like this, man. Like,
this is how I sound.
This is the first time me looking at him. Yeah, literally. I'm in the car listening to him. Now I'm seeing him sound exactly the same.
It's insane.
It's not rocket science.
Bro, and it's crazy, dude. Dude, no, thank you. You're really hyping me up. I'm like, cool. But
yeah, because you got good stuff. You probably don't see it yet, but you got some great stuff.
I appreciate that. Well, someone else told me that today too. She was like, it's my girlfriend's best friend. And she's like, I feel like I know you, like you're celebrity because when you mention your girlfriend, that's her best friend. And so she knows her, but she did tell me like, you actually have really good content. And I guess you don't believe it at first, right? Like how you probably still have some self-doubt, like, hey, are people liking this? When you see people dislike a video, you're like, man, maybe I'm not as good as I thought. I don't know if you still have those thoughts. I have them all the time.
I do. Sometimes.
And everyone does, right? Like if you meet someone that you look up to, or if you look at like a PewDiePie, or you're just like, dang, that dude's like been one of the top subscribed video channels for years. And I mean, I started going back through the PewDiePie rabbit hole because I was curious. It's like, how did he start?
You, bro. It's like how you gotta. The only time you're gonna learn is by seeing who've done it and what they've done, and just modeling. Take nitpicks out of everybody, and then you can take that and bring it to your formula and make your own equation. So
I love it.
Watching people was one of the when I started my channel, I took a full week of dedicated to just watching YouTubes, watching what they do,
just
how they
channels.
Talk, how exciting. Everybody, like probably 10. I can name it top of my head.
Yeah, if you don't mind sharing some of the channels that you got inspired.
Shout out to people like 4YE, For Y'all Entertainment. They're still my favorite YouTube channel. They're very funny. And they have some crazy edits. These are vlogs though, so I don't know if it's gonna really comply to you. But 4YE, they're amazing. Ace Family, everybody knows them. Family channel. Mr. Beast, I'm pretty sure you know
heck
him.
Yeah.
And people like who else? Faux Squad, myself.
Of course.
A good route to go. like those people, I just watch them, and then I just get information out of them, and I just try to see what they do, and then I try to do the same thing and see if it changes. I check my analytics. Okay, people are watching here, people are skipping there. It's all experience. You just got to dive in head first and just stay consistent. The more you do, the more you get, and just keep going, and then eventually you're gonna get all the results you want. And I'm pretty sure you're probably gonna heed some of these, and it's gonna be great for you too, bro.
No, I really,
see the growth.
I really appreciate that, man. No, I've been learning, and just like you said, just keep doing it, stay consistent. I mean, when I finally said, hey, I'm going to start making YouTube videos consistently, like every week, that deadline that you hold yourself to. I know you said you've got your content whiteboard up there, and you stayed up really late to make sure they were done. And now you were kind of free today, which is great, because if you don't hold yourself accountable to deadlines, even if, no one's there to do it for you, people aren't going to take you seriously because you're not taking your own content seriously, right?
It's kind of like if you believe in a religion, right? You pray to your God, whoever. I'm Muslim, so I'm going to talk in my standpoint. I'm Muslim, so I pray to Allah all the time. And it's like, I don't need people to see me praying to him. I just do it because I want to, and I love it. And this is my thought and belief. Same thing with my content. If I write it down, I don't need people to see that. It's just something in me that says, do it, don't be late. Stuff like that. It becomes religious. You know what I'm saying? So like, as long as you write it and put it out there in the world, it's just an unspoken rule, So I feel like everybody should at least do. Oh, actually, you're the one that made me start this. Actually, I think you're the one, because I think you said something like, getting a drawing board and writing down goals and stuff like that.
Yes,
you're the Goal Motivation
Podcast.
Everyone it's been 2 years,
but if you got that,
but I think you're part of the.
Yeah,
I think so. I'm not sure, but I feel like you're the one, because it's been 2 years, bro. I've been doing this for a while, so I don't really remember. But dude, I think I got that gem from you.
I steal stuff. Well, I don't steal stuff. We're all borrowing stuff from each other, right? Like, I listen to another podcast, I get an idea, and I make my own spin on it, right?
That's all it is, literally. That's all it is,
Because you don't have to reinvent
history. Happen all the time. No. You just got to make it better.
Exactly. Make the wheel faster, make the wheel better. But I love what you said there about it just being like a religion. Like, you don't have to show people. I heard a motivational speech from Eric Thomas recently, and he said a line, something like, what matters is what you're doing when nobody's watching. Something like that, but it sounded way cooler than whatever I just said. And it had motivational music that just, that plus pre-workout, solid workout.
Yeah. But man, you be working out a lot too. I be seeing it. You be going in. You benched probably like 200 or something.
Man, it's been a while. I haven't tried a max or anything in a while. It's just more like maintaining, I feel good after I work out. You get that dopamine high or whatever that happens, from running, the runner's high. Feels good. Flexing the mirror a little bit afterwards.
Sheesh. I'm trying to be like Chris, guys. This guy's amazing, bro. Y'all should listen to his podcast, bro. I mean, I'm talking to people that already listen to you.
They're listening to this right now.
Yeah, like, he be talking about a lot of stuff that really gets me going. He be saying like, yo, every 2 weeks I get a haircut. I'm like, bro, I stay 4 months without getting a haircut. I invested in these hats and I'm good. Like, because this quarantine stuff. Quarantine stuff, and I barely work out. My days are just so, like, my number one priority is my YouTube channel and nothing else. And I know that's bad, and so I'm trying to get on the same movement as you, low key. After that motivation podcast that you posted, like, I don't know, you should link it because I'm mentioning it a lot.
Yeah, I'll link it.
But that podcast,
voice message about
that episode. Exactly. Like, that's how you know it's deep. I don't send voice messages. I literally did it for Chris. I'm like, yo,
I felt so special, man.
Amazing.
Thank you for that.
You are special, bro. So, all right. So talk to me, bro. We just at this point, we're just catching up. So now let's get straight to the juicy stuff. What's up?
Yeah. So that's awesome. I mean, you and your 2 siblings are YouTubers. How did that start? And I know you said you already kind of answered that. Like, it started because you liked anime and you wanted to start vlogging. Like, were you going to go to school?
Actually, no, I didn't. No, that's not how it started. The way it started was I was a good student in college. I still am. But, I was a great student in college. I took a 1-year break. But I'm
Okay.
going.
Okay.
I have 1 semester. I was a great student in college, bro. I was like, my focus was trying to get into business. So I used to take a lot of business classes. And my mom used to say, yo, you don't need business classes to get into business. And I'm like, that really makes a lot of sense. So let me go ahead another class and try to, learn business through experience and, some YouTube videos, whatever, right? And I started getting into stocks and stuff. And then I started listening to a lot of stock market podcasts. And, one of them was you as far as like business motivation, everything. And then my brother, which is my partner, told me like, yo, we should start this YouTube channel stuff. It's fun. And I'm like, what are we going to do? What do you mean? And he's like, it's very simple. Take a camera, put it on your face and live your life and you make money. And I said, that don't even sound right. Like, why would I watch somebody live their life? It makes no sense. I'm not buying it. I'm good. And then he said, okay, whatever. And then he started talking to it with my other brother, and my brother was down, right? And I wasn't down. I didn't care. So they did their first video together, and it wasn't that good. And I still didn't care. And then all of a sudden he showed me something called Social Blade, and it shows you kind of how much money YouTubers make. And then I said, whoa, they make this much money from just doing this? And then he said, yeah, it's true. And I said, bet. I'm going to start watching content, start watching videos and all that. And I'm going to see what do they do in order to make this amount of money. And every single person that I watch, I literally go to Social Blade and I search them up and I say, okay, this is what they do and this is how much they make. Cool.
That's cool. I'm writing that down.
This is what they
right
do.
now.
This is how much they make. That's crazy. Yeah, go ahead. And then I was like, okay, bet. Let me watch this for real, just for entertainment purposes. Let me watch this as a fan. I watched it as I liked it. It was fun, And I'm like, wow, it doesn't sound good in hindsight, but like if you actually give it a chance, it sounds good. So let me give this a shot. So I used my financial aid money and I bought a G7X that I still have today for $700. And I said, okay, let's get it, bro. This is a leap of faith. It's a formidable camera. I still have it.
I have mine like right up there.
Let's go. Man, I'm gonna show you mine at this point. It's just chilling right here.
One? Is that the same one that you started with?
It probably is. Mark II. Yeah, it's right here.
Oh,
I got a Sony a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
This is the Pioneer.
Now.
Pioneer.
Yeah, the 500,000 subscribers beautiful. Calls for an upgrade, right?
Man, it's only right. It's right. And then, we said, whatever, let's start it. And then at that time, we had a little dilemma. My brother had to move somewhere else and stuff like that. So we didn't have nothing but me and my partner, my first brother. And then basically his name is Falu. My name is Ousmane. My other brother's name is Omar. So the first letter is just FOO. So we were going to name it Foo Squad. Like full squad. And then, something happened to my brother. He left. So we said, you know what, it's just going to be me and him because if we want to stay consistent, he's not going to be able to come all the time. Yeah. Zoom wasn't a thing. So we couldn't do it.
You couldn't zoom
so we stayed
as
2. Yeah, we stayed as 2 and then we made content and we just kept on going. At first it was cringy. And then at one point it just popped off. Yeah, always, all the time. And then at one point it popped off with reaction videos and then it was great. We started making money. We started getting subscribers. It was beautiful. We was living the dream that we wanted to do. And then, we kept on elevating. And now we moved to this apartment. And then my brother decided to make his own YouTube channel. And the idea initially started with my brother and my other brother. But now my brother just, took his own side of the road. Yeah, did his own thing with anime, and now, here we are. My brother's at 17,000 subscribers within 5 months, I believe.
Sweet.
And, 2 years in. So, that's
awesome, man. Thank you for sharing that. And I was just curious because I helped a random internet lead. Like, I didn't know this lady at all, but she was an attorney in Houston. I helped her buy a house, and I remember she was complaining about something. She's like, yeah, my brother plays video games on Twitch, and he makes like way more money than me. And I was like, wait, hold up. Like, I forgot the name of the channel, but I looked at his YouTube channel, and it's just him playing Twitch, playing video games, saying funny commentary. And he had like 500, 600,000 subscribers or something, and he's based in Houston, I think. But she was telling me like how much money he makes a year, and he's still living at home and like buying new awesome cars and stuff. He's making some serious money. And so it's just really cool because I have a couple of people, I don't know too many personally, that are like huge on YouTube. I know one guy, I haven't talked to him forever, but he records himself playing FIFA. I think his name is Mike LaBelle. And I remember the videos, man, the grind. He was in a small, terrible-looking apartment in College Station, Texas, where I went to school. We went to Texas A&M for university, right? And he'd be in his room making videos. My friend was his roommate. Word. He'd be making videos all night, 3 takes, recording it, editing it. And if you look at his first videos, it's just like, hey, guys, my name's Mike.
Always bad.
It's so bad.
Bad camera, everything.
And you look at the newest stuff where he's just like, what's up, guys? He's got like a whole nother personality, right?
Yeah.
Cameras
It's all about growth.
Dude, the growth is amazing. And I mean, when you started listening to my podcast 2 years ago,
it wasn't cringy.
It wasn't cringy?
It wasn't bad, bro. Nah, because, I mean, it was just audio. And you know, like, it's you have a good mic. So I mean, maybe if it was a video, then it would have been
maybe
cringy,
a little bit. But I think we're more
it's only cringy on you, you know?
We're more
it's only
about
bad
ourselves.
on you.
That's so
exactly. True. Yeah, you're biggest critic, man. So
that's so true, man.
I mean, Twitch, we started Twitch as well. Twitch is pretty fun, you know?
Are y'all still doing that, or is that mainly video games, or you do that for your K-pop?
We do it for both. We're more into K-pop because our audience is more K-pop. So we do like album reviews, like a whole 1 hour, 2 hour length on Twitch live streams. Wow. We're about to hit 10K followers there. And it's been 3 months, I think, that we started Twitch. So yeah, you know, Twitch is amazing as well. So I feel that.
That's cool, man. So what about your content schedule? Because I know whenever you send me that audio message, I hope you don't mind me sharing, you were just like, dude,
go ahead.
This podcast, like, it hit me, you know, it just made me realize how busy you are, maybe how busy I need to be. Like, I don't know. I kind of reiterating some of the things you were talking about and how you feel like you should be busier maybe, but you're not. Like, so what does your day look like? What does your content look like? Maybe we can dive into that. And I don't know if I can help provide any tips, man.
Help me. All right. So my day is like this. First off, I wake up late because I sleep late. So we're going to end with the time I sleep. So I wake up around like 10 to 12, 10 to 1.
It's not too bad.
Okay. It's bad. Stop lying. It's bad. So I wake up, let's say I wake up at today.
You're 21, man. I did the same thing, bro. At 21.
Yeah, you're right. I guess.
I'm 30 now. I feel
like
right?
Age should be an excuse. Like age is not an excuse.
I know some 21-year-olds that are like I am now.
Exactly. You know, it's just about how dedicated you are.
So you're starting a little late, 10 to 12.
Yeah, I start late because I can afford to start late, but now I don't want to. I'm going to tell you why I can afford to start late. First off, I'm self-employed. I work at home, right? So I can work at any time. I'm never late as far as posting videos. So I can do whatever I want because, you know, that, but I'm gonna say why I shouldn't. So I wake up around 1, whatever, take a shower, eat breakfast, and, you know, watch some YouTube videos or anime or Twitch, whatever it can be. And then after a while, I'm recording like 1 to 2 videos, and then I start editing. Editing takes me about 2 to 3 hours, give or take. And then, you know, either that video is going to post in a couple hours or it's going to post the next day, you know? So after that, you know, I'm kind of free. So I can go eat food or go, because I barely eat. Like my eat schedule is bad. So you talked about Freshly as well. And I promise you, I just ordered a Freshly. Yeah, like I took a lot from
Dude, it's convenient.
But I've done it before. I didn't like the food that much, but I think that I'm going to hop
I'm
back
like a
on
functional eater. You got to eat, man.
Word. Yeah, you got to every 3 hours, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, after that I eat, and then I come back home and then I'm playing video games and stuff. But for the most part, I'm probably working more than usual because I'm doing research. I'm doing more editing, more planning. We have meetings every now and then and stuff like that. But, you know, by the time we're done doing all of that, mind you, I wake up at 1. So if I record a video,
7.
It's already so late, you know, 3 hours to edit a video. You know, already it's 5 o'clock recording videos. That's 6, eating, chilling, 7, 8, eats, you know, 9. It's already 9 o'clock at night.
Now it's dark out.
That's my time to chill, you know, and now I'm playing video games or whatever. My day's already over. And now I sleep around like 3, 4 a.m. And then same thing, wake up at 1 and it's already dark outside. I don't have time to eat right. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to get a haircut. I don't have time to go
Right.
visit people. I don't even call people. Like when I'm chilling, I'm playing video games. I don't call people, and everybody's mad about that. And I don't have time to do nothing. I live in an apartment. I don't see my mom. Like it's bad, you know?
Man.
Yeah, I need to fix my days.
So you're on that
Start waking up early.
YouTuber college kid schedule. I was there too before. I mean, not the YouTuber part, but the college kid. When I was a freshman in college, dude, my roommate and I, we would watch South Park till like 2 or 3 a.m. I didn't even have my first class until 1 p.m., so I would sleep till noon, roll out of bed, go to my class. But now it's a totally different thing because like you said, I mean, feeling like you don't have time, that is the worst feeling where you're like always rushed and the day feels so short. I remember one time in particular, I woke up late and it was like 2 p.m. I think I went to sleep like at 4 or 5 a.m., woke up at like 2 or 3 and it was already a dark and gloomy day. And I was like, man, it's almost dinner time. Like what happened to my day, right? So it's good that you realize that, I guess, at least. It starts with like, what do you want to do? Like, what time do you want to wake up? So me, I'm self-employed. I don't have a boss or anything. I do whatever I want to. And I create content, podcasts, now YouTube videos and stuff too. But I am very strict about waking up at 6 a.m. on weekdays. And you don't have to do it at 6. I know some people wake up at 4:30. Some people wake up at 8. It's up to you. But I get so much done before the workday even starts, right? Because clients start to call me. People who want stuff start to call me like at 8 or 9 a.m. They think I'm just like a business, like, oh, you can just call me now. And that's not the case. So if I wake up at 6, I get my workout, my meditation, like all those things in my morning routine before anyone even can call me. And do not disturb. I mean, I don't know how many people actually call you because in my profession, it's like my numbers on tons of websites and listings, and it's crazy, dude. Like I can't even answer anymore. My clients are probably like, you're not answering every phone call. I'm like, I got 10 listings right now and everyone's calling me 4 different people per listing. And I'm trying to have these conversations with people like you that inspire me, right? And that are in my audience and that I want to connect with. So I took a step back and I was like, how do I make my schedule better? And booking links, dude. I don't know if you use that or need that, but I literally use the booking link to book.
Like Monday.com or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like I use Calendly personally. So Calendly integrated with Zoom, and I've got rules in place. And I recently just removed Friday and Sunday where people can't even book me on those days. So that way I can just go chill. So I'm going indoor skydiving on Friday by myself.
Hey.
Solo date, you know.
That's lit, bro.
That's some me time, man. So it sounds like you want to wake up a little bit earlier. I don't have me time
at all.
Dude, what I would recommend doing, and I constantly am reevaluating, I write it down, and I write down like, hey, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, what do I want to do? What days do I want to take a break? What days do I want to film content? Like, do you like to do content on Mondays, or do you want to brainstorm on Mondays? And then maybe you can film all your stuff on a Tuesday, edit it all on a Wednesday, and whatever your content schedule is too, right?
Yeah.
So if you batch stuff, and I'm sure you do this to some extent, maybe you can record 3 or 4 reaction videos back to back at one time. And then the next day,
we do it sometimes.
You already do that, right? And then the next day you could edit it, and you probably want to do the editing yourself, right? Because you could outsource it, but it's not going to have that same style, like the zoom in on your face or the funny.
Hands-on. Exactly. I just don't trust people. Like, I don't think they know what I'm thinking. It's hard to find that person.
And I think that's part of your secret sauce too, because I was laughing at some of your edits where you guys were on a video and you zoom in on something or on the time on the computer. So no, I was doing my research on you before we got on the call.
Let's go. We got a new subscriber, people.
Yeah, no, I've been subscribed to your channel, bro.
Oh, okay. We got an OG then. What am I saying?
I'm an OG. I need to hit the bell icon so I can see all of the videos. But
it's only right. I need to subscribe to you. I've never seen none of your video content from.
Oh, dude, it's not as entertaining as y'all's for sure. But I was just laughing at one of them where
I need to be entertaining.
You just got to be yourself, right? That's a key takeaway, right?
Yeah, you just got to be, in your channel, it's not about entertainment. It's about, elevating people. So
education.
You just got to educate people. Let them know what book you're reading, man.
Dude, it's
not about, you don't need to edit nothing compared to me.
Yeah. I was laughing at one of your comments. There was some I forget the group, but she had some crazy unicorn antler looking thing, and you paused it and you're like, she looks like a Capricorn or something. I was reading through the comments and stuff.
I was a kid at that time too.
That was a year or two ago, huh? Well, y'all only started
Yeah, I
3 years
know
ago.
exactly what video that is.
But the
Yeah,
comments, dude,
two
y'all
years
have
ago.
so many followers and so much engagement, which is pretty amazing. What do y'all use to
Thank
track
you.
your followers? Do you guys use like TubeBuddy or one of those tools?
Nah, vidIQ, bro.
vidIQ.
vidIQ is the
Write that
best.
down.
TubeBuddy, I used to use it, but I'm more of a Google Chrome guy, and I'm on vidIQ. It shows you
Cool.
how many followers you're getting every day, like on the top. It shows you how many real-time views, for the most part, how many views you got in the last 48 hours. And it just gives you so much IQ as to everything, like your dislike-like ratio,
Yeah.
how good is your video as far as tags. I think you should watch a video. I can talk about it all day. vidIQ is the one.
I'm gonna check it out.
Some other advice, some Social Blade too. Check that out. Just so you can get motivated. Sometimes money intrinsic value is like a good way to motivate. What is it? Extrinsic? I'm not
Extrinsic,
sure.
yeah,
Money
it's like an
is
external
extrinsic.
motivation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a good way to just motivate, yourself and stuff. That's a good way to motivate yourself, because that's really the way I started the whole YouTube channel. It's like, oh, these people are making money doing this. It's a good job. Let me do this and make money. It's a W. Like, it's a dream job, because at first I wanted to be a director. No, at first I wanted to be a businessman and then director and stuff. So I always was into movies and cinema in general. So taking a camera and just doing it with reaction videos and stuff like that, I literally learned so much about film just from YouTube. And it's hard to believe, but it's the truth, because I took a filming class and I just know so much because of YouTube. Just having a camera in front of you, keep editing, all that stuff. So it just feels good to make money off of something that I love, And I didn't know I was going to love it. It just started for fun. And then it just became a job, but it's still for fun.
A quote that I share on my
Twitch.
Facebook. I just wanted to drop this quote that reminded me of. It said, "It's never too late."
Drop it, boy.
Dude, this is a good one. It's never too late to be who you could have been. Because what if you were like an accountant right now, or, you went down the business path and you were in some cubicle and you hated your job and you never tried to create YouTube videos? You wouldn't be here. Like, you wouldn't be on your K-pop channel. I wouldn't be here talking to you. You'd be in a cubicle somewhere, right? Or I guess working
exactly.
From home.
It would have been a whole nother nightmare.
Yeah.
Which would suck.
So now you got the flexibility.
I mean, it's all natural. Exactly. But, there's drawbacks to everything. Sometimes you can get hate. Sometimes people make rumors and it's not true at all, and you don't want to comment on it because that just adds fuel to it. So sometimes you're mental. So there's a lot of drawbacks that a lot of people don't know about just being a famous content creator. And people don't see it. And at the end of the day, you just see what I want you to see, because I'm the one recording, I'm the one editing. Things happen behind camera. And sometimes it's just, I feel like the downsides are pretty high, but it's not higher than the upsides of things. It's always better to be a content creator, but it can be very, very draining. And maybe one day you're going to know what I'm saying, But,
I can only imagine.
The fact that you're meditating and stuff.
Dude, I've already silencing out the haters, bro.
Man, you're great at it, bro. I need to get on that wave, bro. Real talk. And Chris Bello's a freaking realtor and real estate agent, so I'm gonna need some advice.
You got to handle some stuff. You're looking to buy a house, you said, in Vegas soon, right?
Yeah, in Vegas.
So that's the plan.
California's crazy.
Oh yeah. It's been a little crazy, all the fires and stuff, man. But so you said you want to wake up earlier, you stay up late, you sleep in late, but I mean, you can do that. Your current YouTuber role allows you the flexibility. What else does your schedule look like? Do you have any time blocking? Like, what does your whiteboard look like?
Oh, right now?
Or usually, like, do you film on a certain day? Do you collaborate with anyone?
Well, we haven't collaborated with anybody in a very long time. So it's more like just us, what we're doing.
Yep.
So we just react to stuff for the most part. So some things are dropping sometimes and, stuff like that. So like if a music video is dropping like tomorrow, I would write it on the board and we would just wait for it to drop it and react to it immediately, edit it and post it. And then we're done for the day type thing. Okay. So sometimes it's all spontaneous for the most part, and right now my board is saying, oh, we have to post something tomorrow and we have to post something after tomorrow. And then after that, we're good until Friday. So it's kind of like less. I'm trying to post a little less because I feel like I'm overwhelming my fans with videos. Everybody's at school. So I'm just trying to post less. And now I have some free time. I'm going to start reading more books and stuff.
Dude, that's cool. Because when you sent me that message and you're like, man, I realize how busy you are, maybe how busy I should be. Honestly, I'm starting to pull back where I'm like, I don't want to be busy for the sake of being busy. The word that I like is intentional, right? I want to, like, that's why I blocked off Fridays and Sundays. I was like, hey, I'm having my best real estate month now where I'm making the most money I've ever made and I'm doing the least I've ever done. And it's working. Like, not that I condone being lazy or anything, because I love hustling and working hard. But if you're working smart and you're clear, like if you're getting enough sleep and you're really going 120% when you make your content, you're going to make way better content than if you're not sleeping well, you're not eating well, and you're doing 10x the content, but it all sucks, right? Or it's not as good.
That's very true. That's very, very true. But I mean, I think that happened to me twice. Sometimes it gets to me and then I can't think straight, and sometimes the content ends up bad and people would think that we hate the group. And it's just bad. So some type of content like that, I deleted. I think it happened twice.
Were you delete it?
I just took it out because it's copyrighted anyway. I'm not making no money out of it. I might as well just get away with it and just delete it because there's no point, So for sure, 100%. I feel like your mental plays a role in it. So sleep is a very big part of the equation and stuff like having a peace of mind, all of that. So 100%. Starting to get on that wave, and it's not that easy, but it's not that hard as well. You just got to dedicate yourself and just start. And as soon as you start, it's going to be easy.
Absolutely. I don't know if you've heard that podcast, Entrepreneurs on Fire with John Lee Dumas. Have you heard that one or checked it out?
No.
So that one, the guy, the host of that show is this really successful podcaster. He's been doing it 8 or 10 years or something, millions of downloads a month. Like he publishes his income report. In September, he made like $260,000 or something crazy like that, last month alone. And he actually goes on a bunch of other podcasts just to spread his message. And I had him on my show. It hasn't gone live yet, but I talked to him for 15 minutes. And he was telling me, man, I'm kind of bored. Like I have my business in a way where it's all automated. Everything's passive to an extent. I'm sleeping 8 to 9 hours a night. I'm loving it. And that really gave me a lot of takeaways because I'm like, this guy's like a multimillionaire probably, living in Costa Rica, very affordable place. He's sleeping 8 to 9 hours a night.
Which is crazy.
Dude, I'm like, I don't know if I could sleep that long. Like I just wake up after 7 or 8 hours, And so this guy is so optimized that he's now bored with his business and he wants a challenge. Like, isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
They're trying to get to his level, and now he's
already trying to.
And he's trying to like find something else.
Man, he got bored.
Goes to show, dude. It just goes to show there's always something else that we're going to be looking for. But I mean, he's happy and he's content, but he just wants more of an impact, right?
Man, yeah. I mean, that's very, very, very true. Why? I'm going to tell you guys exactly why. Because us ourselves, we are trying to start a podcast in 2021. So we're already thinking ahead of time and like just projecting that by then we're probably going to be at 1 million subs or close to it. And then it's going to be like, okay, let's start this podcast, a brand new thing, just like you just said. So for sure, 100%, I really feel that. And the fact that you started your podcast, you can even give me advice as far as podcast goes in general, because he made like 200K off of downloads on the podcast app or like everything in general, like Spotify.
He's got like an income report of everything, but I think the majority of his, I mean, heck, I can with Zoom, like it's so beautiful. I can just share my screen right now. So let me go to, dude.
Dang. I don't know nothing about Zoom. I'm an investor for Zoom, but that's about it.
I've been a Zoom fanboy lately because I just use it all the time. But okay, this is the guy that I talked to. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So his name is John Lee Dumas, or he goes by JLD. And his podcast is one of the hugely downloaded podcasts called Entrepreneurs on Fire. But he's got his little income report right up here, and he's been publishing it for a long time. Like you can see back to 2013 and like the first year. And so you can see 78% of his income for this year is from sponsorships, and then 9% from online courses, 7% from affiliate revenue, and then 6% from journals, which is a product that they sell. So like this is kind of cool to see, right? It's like I don't know if I would want to publish all this, but man. Dude, the sponsors, that's where it all came from. So tax tips, he's just got a bunch of information on here, but like, that's really cool and inspiring to see because, dude, this guy's net profit is 90%. That's really good margins.
The fact that he just even made this public is already inspirational. Not that many people do this. I wouldn't do it. Like,
for real. I mean, I guess it became one of those things that people began to share. And so he was incentivized to just keep doing it. But in any case, I got to talk to him and it gave me that mind-blowing feeling of like, dude, it's not all about money.
Podcast. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you got to start a podcast, get sponsored. I still haven't really tried that. I guess it kind of comes with once your podcast grows to a certain level, you share your numbers and your data, just like you guys probably did with YouTube, right? Have you really focused on monetizing it much other than putting up ads or anything? Or do you have sponsors right now? If you don't mind sharing.
We have sponsors every now and then. But it's not like a passive thing. It's like once every other month, you know, for the most part, they reach out or sometimes we reach out if we like it. But yeah, it's not like an everyday, every month thing like him. Our sponsors is probably like like one of our lowest source of revenue. I would say 20% maybe. And then like most of it comes from this website called Patreon. And it's like a monthly subscription where people just pay and just support you. And then after that is YouTube and then it's sponsors. It used to be merch, but now we discontinued with merch. But yeah, sponsors is like the lowest of the low right now.
So Patreon, man, I always kind of heard of that, but I never really tried it for myself. So it's interesting. That's your biggest source of income, Patreon, and your sponsors right now are your lowest source.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like you just give them exclusive content, something that you don't post on YouTube, and also a way they can support you if they love you, you know, because you got like low tiers, like $1 per month. That's literally for support. And then as you go up, like $5 a month, that's like, you know, higher for content. Dollars content, then the highest is just support, you know. So for the most part, it's literally, that's like, I'd like to say 65% of our revenue, maybe, you know, something like that. And then the rest is YouTube and sponsors.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing all that. Cause I'm just curious. I'm a newbie on the YouTube side. I'm like, I don't know.
I'm gonna be a noob on podcasts, so I'm gonna be hitting you up.
That's the message, man. That's awesome. Is that you're gonna be a noob at podcasting. I'm a noob at YouTube, but that's how we all start, right? You said your channel was at the size that mine was at one point, and of course you stay consistent. How many videos are you guys posting a week now? I know I can go look, but I'm just curious. Like, what's your goal? And
last month it was about once every day. Since school started and that meant, you know, not that many people are watching content, we don't want to just keep overwhelming them. So we just post about 4, give or take, a week. Then our second channel, we didn't post in a month, but we're going to start posting pretty like once a month, to be honest. And Patreon never stopped twice a week, all the time. So you can tell that it's kind of full. Twice a week on Patreon, 3 days on YouTube. You know, that's 5 videos, you know, so it's still a lot.
So y'all are doing 2 individual videos just for your Patreon support.
Yeah. So if you're watching and you love K-pop, you can pull up to Patreon. I'm plugging myself. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool, man. You're totally allowed to plug yourself within reason, right?
Yep, it's only right. You always got to do that. I mean, you know, sometimes people don't like it, but, you know, as long as it's natural, I feel like it's cool to do that. So, you know, one day when I start my podcast, you're going to be in it. And you can definitely plug yourself as well.
I would love to. Yeah.
Domino effect.
We all know. I mean, like if you're just doing a little plug here and there, that's great. Like you have to promote yourself because that's another lesson is like you're always having to promote and sell yourself. If you're an entrepreneur, a YouTuber, if you're making content, like you've got to be your biggest fan and supporter. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to keep pushing.
You said you was going to get merch. It's about that time. You better hurry up.
Man, no, I said that.
I didn't forget, bro. That podcast was pretty good, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking of like some shirts or some mugs or just something to
Teespring. You know, have you heard of the Teespring?
Yeah, I have. I got to get that going.
Go for it. Yeah, it's just simple. They do everything for they take about, I forgot, but they take a little percentage.
They'll take a little percent.
Yeah. But
that's not bad.
Cool. Yeah, it's not bad. Cool, I think you should go for it, bro. Yeah, Chris.
Thank you.
You should definitely do that. I mean, I'm really rooting for you. I feel like you have some good stuff. And I feel like one day you're just going to be as big as the person you just showed me right now. And I'm waiting because the second you are that big, I'm coming right back, bro. I'll be like, yo,
bro, I will invite you to the
up.
yacht party. Don't worry, the mansion party or
Okay,
whatever.
for sure. I'm there like swimwear. I'm bringing the whole family in, bro.
That'd be great, dude. No, that'd be really awesome. Because honestly, what's that?
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say honestly, like whenever you have those friends that make it and they become successful, and you were their friend before they made it, I don't have too many friends like that. I know a couple people now that are like, all right, they're making really good money or whatever. Their company's doing really well. But they know that you were serious and genuine because you weren't there when they were already rich,
Exactly. That just says a lot in itself.
Yeah. So the fact that you listened to me for 2 years, man, you're going to be on the yacht part. I might get you a yacht,
facts. You heard that?
I just said it
Jordan
here.
post. Man, I can't wait, bro. Regardless, man, I'm here for the long run, man. I've been following you for a while.
Bro. Appreciate it.
And I will love at the end of the day. But do you usually like invite like subscribers or fans to talk to, like stuff like that?
Honestly,
like the first?
Dude, you were like the first. I mean, I don't think I've really had any subscribers like that I've actually jumped on a Zoom call with for a podcast interview. I've had a few friends that live in, Houston, get on the show. And lately I've been interviewing larger guests, people with their own shows and their own podcasts. And so, yeah, man, it's cool to have you on here. And for anyone in the audience, honestly, shoot me a DM on Instagram because I would love to connect and kind of mentor people in a way if I can. Maybe get on a Zoom call with like 5 or 6 people and let people pop in and ask questions. Because yeah, I just want to put out good vibes. And I don't know, maybe I'll sell you a Teespring shirt.
Yeah, easy, bro. It's all. I even have some questions for you. I was just holding off and stuff like that.
Dude, hey, if you have questions for me, I mean, and I know you said you're good on time. I know we got technically 5 minutes, but honestly, I'm open to go more.
I was gonna say, what's your goal in general? So you started podcast. You're into real estate. You're an ethical guy. So what's your goal overall? Like, what are you trying to look for? As far as, just goals in general, short-term and long-term.
Yeah, man.
What would that be?
So thanks for asking. Honestly, I have a laminated goal sheet that I review every day. And I made this, when was it? In 2018. It's kind of changed a little bit since then. But here were some of the goals that I had. Like I can share them with you here. I wanted to have a $10 million net worth within 5 years, $1 million annual income. This was a product that I tried to make, the Flexthetics thing. That's not even on my radar anymore. I wanted to have sold 500,000. I wanted to have 100,000 podcast downloads a month, 10,000 passive income, 500 skydives, just a bunch of random things too,
500 skydives. Okay.
Yeah, I was like skydives and rental homes and self-published books and travel.
That's cool.
And I still review it every day, but I'm still like, 500,000 of those Flexthetics things sold. Like I'm not really doing that, but I'm not going to say it's not going to happen because I think it has potential, but I just didn't have money at the time to keep focusing on it. Traveling, I love that. 10,000 passive income. I'm kind of hitting that with active income right now. Not quite passive. I'm just having to do some deals and stuff for real estate. So it's coming to fruition, man. But
man, I can't wait. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, what do we ultimately want? If you heard my podcast recently, when I was in Colorado, I was journaling in Boulder, like alongside of a creek, and I was literally just writing it in like a sketch pad with no lines. Like, what would my dream state be? How much money would I have to make? How much time do I want to work? And dude, honestly, if I had to do something all day, it would be just to have calls like this with you, because
that's a vibe.
Yeah, man. I just want to talk with people, connect with people, because like you learn so much, but I don't know how to make, I'm not charging you for this. You're not charging me. I'm just hoping someone listening right now is getting inspired and feeling like, hey, if I want to just talk on Zoom calls with people across the world all day, I can do that, because right now my real estate business is in a way where if I do 2 or 3 deals a month and I can send other people to do the work for me, make $10,000 or $15,000 commissions, that will support the lifestyle that I want right now, where I can just keep doing these Zoom calls, even if I'm not really going to be making any money off of it. So I hope that kind of makes sense, because ultimately, dude, I just want happiness. I just want to travel like you.
Same.
If I could travel for free and someone would pay me, maybe I need to create a travel vlog channel. I don't know.
I don't see why not. That's a good idea. go with it, bro. If you really want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. Cause I don't know. Like if I'm making a certain amount of income, my family's got the flexibility to travel. You know, I've got awesome pets, you know, 2 cats and a dog. I love them very much.
Okay.
You know, like life's good, man. See, the thing is, like, I already have everything that I want in a way. Mm-hmm. I don't know. All the stuff I don't really care about as much. I know you said that too. Like you just want to travel. Like that's your main thing that you want to do. Because you can't take experiences away. You know?
Oh God, memories, bro. It lives forever. But I mean, absolutely. That's beautiful, bro. I think that we have sort of the same goal. Like my end goal is happiness, but happiness really goes a long way, you know, so I'm trying to build it drastically with just changing my mindset. But really my core focus is my YouTube channel. So right here is my goals, and right here is what I have to do to get that. So here I have 3 goals. One of them is how much money I want to make by the end of this year. And the other one is how many subscribers I want to have by the end of this year, which is like 600K.
That's awesome.
I think I'm 70,000 away from that. And my third goal, I already made it, which is 100,000 subscribers on one of my YouTube channels. And, you know, every month I'm kind of like saying, okay, this is how much money you got to make. This is how much you got to average as far as subs, and then just check it up and stuff like that, just so I can get to my end goal. And then after that, my long-term goal is like get a house in Vegas, start my podcast, furnish the house, get it nice, blinged out. You know, I want some cool paints, you know, it goes a long way. But like at the end of the day, all of these goals are leading up to one end goal, which is happiness. That's my whole thing. So in order to get there, it's a lot of, you know, intrinsically and extrinsically. And it's a lot of, you know, things like this. And it's like talking to people like you, and it goes very, very, very far, you know. So traveling, you know, all of this thing falls into happiness. I used to have a girlfriend, and it taught me a lot about relationships as well, because sometimes that can, you know, it can diminish a lot of things, you know. So I cut that off just to focus on this. And this is somebody I loved. I've been with her for 2 years. So you can tell that I'm very, very goal oriented. I sacrifice a lot of stuff. You know, it goes very, very, very far. But the end goal is the same to you, bro. Happiness.
That's awesome. Well, one thing too, like a paradigm shift that I had recently, that it's like, the takeaway from a book that I read is like, you're not going to get happy after you achieve a certain thing. Like the example was, say there's this mountain that you're looking at and you're trying to get to the top of that freaking mountain. And that's where you think the happiness is. Like once you hit a certain amount of money, once you get a Ferrari or house or whatever, and then you get there only to find that there's like another mountain that you didn't see from the ground. Right. So now you got the Ferrari, you got the Lambo, you're there and you're like, well, I want that yacht, or I want a beach house in, I don't know, Hawaii or something. And there's always going to be something more. So what I've been focusing on is like, how do I be happy today with what I have? And if you know Christian Guzman, like Alpha Elite, I kind of follow his journey too. And one thing that he has on his gym that I love, because he's here in Houston, like his gym's probably like 20 minutes from where I am right now. It says proud but never satisfied. So like, I want to be happy and proud with what I've accomplished now, but of course I want to be hungry for more. So I'm not just sitting on my butt.
It never ends. Yeah.
Because it never ends. Right. Yeah. So yeah, like instead of, I know you mentioned that you're probably still happy now, but like, you know, focus on the stuff that you're grateful for now. Like, dude, as high achievers, I'm sure you look at your numbers and you're like, yeah, 500,000, 535,000, but it's not a million. It's not 10 million. Right.
Yeah, sometimes.
Dude, for me, I had a goal, and I talked about this recently. I had a goal to make $20,000 a month in real estate. And this month I had a day where I made that in a day, like on 2 deals. And I was I didn't even care. I was like, all right, I want to make more. Like, what's next? You know, I didn't even take time to celebrate
I've been there before.
It. Right.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, like, let me recalibrate, you know, I don't know what my goals are. I changed one of my goals to work until 6 p.m. because I don't want to work past that. I was like, okay, I want to make $20K a month in real estate, at least. I want to make way more, but like that would be a good, comfortable level right now. And then I want to work 9 to 6, and I want to close 4 deals a month. So I don't want to take on too much, right? Because one thing I heard on a podcast was like, if you're closing 4 deals a month or however many subscribers you're getting a month, Like, do you want to be busier in 3 times the amount of videos and like have no free time for yourself, not sleep?
Yeah.
Or do you want to be comfortable, not comfortable, but like happy with where you are, releasing 3 or 4 videos a week or 5 videos for Patreon and everything, being sane and having time to travel, having time to do stuff with your friends and your family, play Xbox and all that stuff.
That makes a lot of sense. That's facts.
That's happiness,
honestly.
man.
That's
like
just,
happiness
that's just, that's just the truth. Yeah, with your friends, bro. Chilling with Garfield, man. That's literally the truth, to be honest, because I've been there, bro. At one point, I was like, okay, Patreon, let's start it. Hopefully, we can go to the point where we make $1,000 a month and then $1,000 a day. And then it's like, okay, let's make $10,000 a month.
And it just never ends.
It just kept on going, you know? And it's like, what are we doing at this point? Let's sit down, indulge, have fun, and be grateful for this, celebrate that. When we got 500K subs, we didn't even do nothing, just like you did, right?
Y'all gotta go celebrate.
We didn't do nothing. COVID, bro. At the same time, I reached 21, didn't do nothing. Like, these things are bad.
Hey, maybe that's
it's bad. I know, and I know it's bad. But, I don't know. Maybe I can get out of trouble, I guess. But at the end of the day, it's very bad. I feel you on that. But, that's, I guess, the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, man. Like, people just go step by step. And after one step, it's like, okay, cool.
What's next?
I'm not going to look at that. What I'm going to look at is what's next. And it's just there. It's just like that every time. I don't know if it's bad or good. I feel like it's bad. But then again, why not?
Right.
Like,
no, I know.
Like, why not look for more? But, at one point you did want that. So now it's like nothing. But at one point it was everything. So I don't know if it's good or bad, bro.
I think you got to take time to celebrate the wins. Like on Friday, I closed another deal. I got like a $9,500 commission check. And I was like, dude, this is cool. Like, I'm making.
You said how much?
Dude, $9,500. Yes, sir. One deal.
Oh, in, bro.
Yep. So I was like, I don't want to go. I mean, obviously COVID and stuff, I'm not going to go throw stacks of cash at the club, but I wanted to celebrate it in a way. And so I told my girlfriend, I was like, hey, let's go out to dinner. We went to BJ's Brew House. I spent like $100 on deep dish pizza and a bottle of wine for us. And I was like, I need to do something to like celebrate, something,
anything.
Indoor skydiving. I'm going on Friday, man.
I do want to go. Yeah,
that's for me.
You're a skydiving person, man. I already know
I'm
that.
trying to get back
to California. We can go somewhere. Yeah, we got to go to like Universal or do something. I don't know. I've never done skydiving, and I've always wanted to do it. That's the crazy part. I always wanted to do it. You trying to get to 500. I'm trying to get to 1. Man, you're
got
crazy,
it, man.
Bro.
Just set a goal and do it, right?
I'm gonna get there. I've been to Dubai. I didn't even go skydiving. It's weird. And you go there
That's
for
the place to go.
Part, man.
That's the place for sure.
And I didn't do it.
I got to go there eventually too, because I didn't go. I went in Houston. That's where I went. There was not a good view at all. It was like pastures.
Was it good?
House. It was awesome. Yeah, I want to go back again soon. But yeah, man. Anything else you want to talk through? Like questions? I know you asked me about my goals. We kind of talked about happiness and how we got to be happy now, even though we're hungry to get more. Anything else you want to talk about?
We talked about a lot of things.
I love it, man. I'm enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, me too. I can talk to you all day. I want to say one thing. I want you to give me advice on real estate and when to buy, which is a very broad question. You don't need to answer that, but
right now,
I'm trying to look for a house. You said right now? Is the best time?
No. So honestly, the way the market is in disclaimer. I said 2 words.
Disclosure. Yeah.
Like I'm obviously licensed in Texas, so I don't know the Vegas market very well. But in Texas, like in a lot of areas, I saw a map of the U.S. Like people are moving away from California and New York, like because of the taxes and I guess politics or whatever reasons people are moving. But a lot of people are moving to places like Texas. I can look at that map that I recently saw to see about Vegas, but even people are moving from like Colorado to here. And that's causing a lot of like inventory shortages, which means there's less houses available, but there's a lot of buyers. So people are bidding the houses up. And so they're kind of paying premium right now, honestly. The interest rates have been low, which is good because you can get low interest houses. But yeah, man, I mean, if you're in a good spot financially what
do you think about a house going up and then it was, let's say for I don't know, 530,000 is what it was on when you saw it. This is your dream home. And then a couple months later, it went up to 560. Do you think that just because it went up, should you buy it or should you wait for it to go back down? Like,
yeah.
you know
So
what I mean?
honestly, a lot of people kind of play the waiting game. Like, hey, when's it going to go down? And I've seen the jokes of like, the skeleton on the bench where it's like buyers waiting for prices to go
Still
down.
waiting.
And they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, stuff like that. So it really
Doesn't
just
go
depends.
for the most part.
Yeah, I'd say the market, I mean, no one knows what it's going to do, right? Like, is the economy going to tank in 3 years? Like, I'm not sure. Our home value is going to drop. But a lot of people have been saying that the interest rates have been low, and that's good. Like, the loans on properties aren't like in 2008 where anyone was getting a loan. They weren't even verifying your income. So now people actually have good loans in place, and there shouldn't be like a housing market collapse like there was in 2008. That's just what I've been hearing.
Okay.
So yeah, man, I mean, if you're looking for a good deal or something, like I get it, you can play the waiting game, make lower offers. But if it's like a move-in ready retail home and you really want it, right now the strategy is kind of just like give them their asking price. But if your agent, wherever you use it, you can get like an appraisal addendum. So if it doesn't appraise for that value, you can back out and get your earnest money back. We have that here in Texas. I don't know about in Vegas. Because some of my clients, they're offering like $10K over asking price, but you want to make sure it actually appraises for that value. So anyway, that was just some real estate knowledge, but we could take it offline, man.
Bro.
If you got questions,
for sure.
I'd be happy to help you however I can, even though, I mean, I'm not sure like about Vegas, but I'll come visit you in Vegas though if I ever go.
Yeah, do that, bro. I'll pull up to Houston. We can go skydiving too.
Dude,
but yeah, bro,
sure,
anytime you got some questions on YouTube, anytime you want to even do another podcast where we just strictly talk YouTube and maybe give your audience some, insight on YouTube, I'm cool with that. I'm down with that. And
Appreciate that.
I got you as far as questions when it comes to real estate and podcasts. I'm gonna be
awesome,
asking you
man.
questions. It's not a one-time. It's not a one-way
hit me up,
thing.
hit
I'm
me
gonna be
up.
on YouTube. Yeah.
Hey,
sure.
yeah, no, we'll be friends. We'll be friends for sure. So a couple things that I wrote down that I just wanted to reiterate. Social Blade is cool for like seeing who makes money on YouTube and how much they make. And then the other tool you mentioned was vidIQ, which I'm going to definitely check out because I've been using TubeBuddy, but I've heard about vidIQ, so I'm going to check that out too. But yeah, man.
I use both.
You've used both. Any last words, takeaways, any last questions?
Subscribe to Chris Bello. Show him some goddamn love, people. He's going to be big pretty soon. And subscribe to Folk Squad. Hold on. FO Squad, K-pop, all that, man. Yes, sir. Last words. I think that's my last words, man. Keep doing. What is it again? Keep doing. And what?
Keep doing
your outro, bro.
Oh,
your
I was
outro.
like, wait, what?
Wow.
Less dreaming, more doing. That's it.
Oh, more doing. There it is. Less dreaming, more doing.
Less
Keep doing your
dreaming,
thing, bro.
doing.
If there's one thing you always wanted to do, just do it. All right.
That's great advice, man. Well, Ousmane, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you jumping on here, man.
Appreciate you.
Honestly,
for having me.
You were the first guest that was a listener that reached out that I had on the show, I believe. So super awesome, award right there.
Let's get it.
But let's definitely do this again sometime. If you ever want to talk about podcasts or YouTube or anything, man, we can definitely set up another time.
Yeah, bro. No cap. We can do it anytime, bro.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, have a great rest of your night. Thank you once again for jumping on.
Thank you guys for having me.